Guys, welcome back. Am I live again? I don't know why we suddenly ended like we did. Am I here? I'm here. Hello, hello. Sorry about that. We are back. All of a sudden, Karchi, I'm sorry. I just all of a sudden lost you. I apologize. I hope you were done with what you were going to say. If not, you can call back in. I'm so sorry. That sucks. I feel like I'm all off kilter. I don't know. Put a 1 in chat if you can hear me. Put a 1 in chat if you can hear my ass. All right. Let's get back to our call-ins. That was really weird. That gave me a hot flash. I'm not going to lie. Weird. That was really weird.
Bring it all in.
727-755-6001. Give me a call. I'm sorry I cut you off, Karchi. What's up, Scott H? Maybe it was these people.
Call from
Karchi.
What up, Karchi?
Hey, I'm back. Just real quick.
I'm so sorry.
We can't end like that.
No, we can't. I can't hang up on you like that.
I have to comment on Myron's flashlight theory. So we know that the scent got picked up by the construction site, right?
Mm-hmm.
So where is he going? Who took him there? He's being taken somewhere. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. We have to. I know as a group we're gonna put the pieces together because we're the sleuth saloon, but there just has to be an answer there.
Well,
where
I would like to read you something, Karchi.
Yeah, read it to me.
Hold on, I've got to get it. Okay. So this is from Chris responding to someone on Facebook. The person said something about him being put into concrete, Sebastian being put into concrete. This is Chris Proudfoot. Quote, "The idea that someone hurt Sebastian and threw him into a wet, fresh, paved driveway is funny. To bury a body in concrete, it would need to be at least 12 inches thick. Secondly, you have to smooth out the concrete and finish it before it's dried. All that is done while the concrete is being poured and set."
Well, you see what I mean? He just says, he talks so much, he says so much. There's so much extra detail no one asked for. And you're incriminating yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that.
Right.
Gross.
Very gross.
And
he thinks it's funny.
It's anything but funny.
Right.
So there's that.
It's scary.
Why are they not looking into him?
Maybe
when
they
did
are.
He post that?
I don't have the date on it. I don't know. In the past few days.
Wow.
Yeah. Then he has a picture of his cranes, 3 cranes with lights on them. These really tower cranes. And it says 3 of our 630 ECH tower cranes in action. And then
we'll show him a crane in action.
Then his friend Lisa says, "Which one are you on?" He says, "Mine is the one on the left. When I am at my tallest, I will be close to 500 feet tall."
Oh my God.
Dude, this guy's got little T-Rex arms and little man syndrome. And I'm telling you right now, he's a jerk. He wasn't nice to Sebastian. He isolated him.
Yeah, he did something. He's not a good guy.
No. So Jammers is trying to call in. Jammers, I will put the hotline back on.
Kick kick me off. I'm done.
Well, I want
I
to
just wanted
say
to
I
call
love
back.
you. I miss you, and I'm so glad that you called in tonight.
I love you and I miss you too. And we'll talk again.
Okay.
Love you, chat.
Bye,
All right,
Karchi.
bye.
All right. All right. I try to put it on Do Not Disturb when someone's talking so I don't get interrupted. Oh yeah. So then the rest of the post goes. Christopher. She has the wide eye emoji. Christopher. How tall is it in the picture? He says, right now I'm at 260. And then some guy calls him the crane god. Look. Oh, I'm the crane god. Look. It's like the guys that get the trucks with the big wheels. Are we still live? Give me a thumbs up on the video if we're still live. We got 100 people back. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. We had a glitch in our matrix. So, here's a few random fun facts that I've picked up along the way. So, bio dad Seth says that Katie and Chris have been together since before they were divorced. They've been married for 2 years. Katie was with Chris before she was divorced. Okay. Here's another fun fact. Katie accused Seth of child abuse while they were going through their divorce. Seth was homeless and living in his car in California briefly while they were divorcing. Sebastian said that he would rather live with his dad in his car than continue living with his mother. 727-755-6001. Call in and let me know what you think of this shit. Because there's just too much. I'm going to play a little bit more of this video if you guys don't mind. There's more things that I want to point out.
Share, look, pay
Be
attention.
vigilant. You know, we don't expect everybody to stop what they do and spend every waking minute. But you would be surprised on how easily people are complacent.
From Jammers.
Jammers.
Chia.
You're live. What's up, girl?
So I think the reason why this guy is so sure and so confident in his innocence is because whatever they did to this kid, he's pretty confident that he's not going to be found. But I think he is probably on their property.
Interesting. Really?
Yeah. I mean, they're not acting like some other people that have harmed their children. So they're acting like they're trying to go out there and look and that they're, they want people to help search. But the confidence level is kind of weird. It hits me wrong. I don't know.
But if he was on their property, why wouldn't he have been found by now? So you know what bothers me? I mean, I get what you're saying. So you know what bothers the hell out of me is that she put Sebastian with the trash that was taken out. She's like, oh, he took out the trash because that was his chore. So she's got him associated with the trash that went out. Then we have them searching the landfill where their trash was taken. So they say that their trash was taken to a Kentucky landfill and that they didn't find anything there. But
well, my mind goes to the darkest, like, Jeffrey Dahmer. We know people have ways of disposing of someone after they're gone.
yeah, I mean, yeah. They're very
It's just,
confident. You're right.
and it just hits me wrong because what I see and what I hear from them, they don't go together.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see Riley's parents, and they're a mess.
Oh, I know.
These parents don't. I mean, granted, he's a stepdad, and I agree with you. He's probably a POS, and he's a covert narcissist that probably rules the household.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder if he was gone, because they say that they have proof that he was at work. So what if something between mom and son happened, and then he rushed back to deal with this situation?
Yeah, I mean,
Or
he
he
wasn't
helped her.
that far away.
Yeah. I don't
I
know. The
just,
flashlight thing bothers me.
I look at them and I see where he is like really sure of himself and trying to be so convincing. Because neither of them really talk about Sebastian or like what we can do to find him. Everything's about what people think, what people are saying.
Right. Right.
I mean,
and when he was asked about the lie detector, I felt like because the person who was asking the question in the Duchess chat, they asked about the lie detector, and I feel like he didn't want to answer it, and somebody cut in, and somehow that question got passed off for a second. He answered it, but it just felt weird to me, like he was not going to put it out there.
And then now he's saying they're vetted. You know?
Yeah, they're vetted.
They've been vetted.
And the way he talks. The mom. Who says that?
And we mean no malice. Like, isn't that like lawyer talk? Malice? Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I feel like he's, I don't know. And then we find out about like the domestic violence and stuff and like.
Yeah, I think he probably ruled that household with an iron fist, and maybe mom was a little bit more loosey-goosey before he was there, and things changed once he was there, and
it went
obviously
downhill.
something went wrong. Yeah. That poor kid, though.
I mean, and to think that just in a couple months he was going to be living with his dad full time.
Yeah.
I mean, what? Why not just let him go?
Yeah. I say that with so many.
Do you know
cases.
why, Jammers? I think you're right. It's control.
It was. And he thought he was probably a better parent than the other dad. And when he found out he was going to go live with his dad, that's when stuff started to come to a head.
Mm-hmm. Because it was about him and his ego, and he can't handle this kid. And
yeah, because he's a narcissist, but he's a shithead.
Mm-hmm. And how do they afford a $600,000 home? That is curious as well.
Well, what he does for a living is pretty high risk. Maybe he makes a good paycheck.
Yeah. I mean, they also moved from Cali, too. So they moved from California to Tennessee.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably it.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
Before the big,
I don't know.
the big inflation of the housing, right? They probably got a very nice house for a fraction of the houses out in Cali. That makes sense.
Yeah. I think that he's done something, and he's just so sure that he's going to get away with it, that he can put this face on like he is the doting stepfather, and he's so concerned, and but the actions don't jive with his words.
Mm-hmm. No, not at all. And she only cried like the initial interview, and then like we got a hand interview, and it's like, what is this? But it seems to me that they got braver and braver as they went on, because the one with Olivia is the latest one. And I mean, bring it all in. We got the crane, we got the sign, we've got, I mean,
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah. Well, I would like to see him take an interview from somebody who's actually going to ask, some uncomfortable questions. And I don't think he will, because he doesn't want to be put in that position.
Mm-hmm. That's why he ignored that reporter, the man.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Poor kids, man. I'm just so sick of hearing about these one after the other, and it's like the same story. It's the same song and dance. I was putting this video together earlier of the beginning, the initial story. And I felt like
Yeah.
we came home, we planted flowers.
We painted flowers.
I mean, it's so disgustingly.
It's repeat.
Yes.
Yeah, it's repeat. And it's sickening. What is wrong with these parents that they think that this is the best choice, or this is what I should do? Like, take your kid to foster care. Say, I don't want my child. Like, do anything else, but why harm a child?
I don't know. I can't answer that. I wish I knew.
Yeah, we can't, because we wouldn't, and that's why we're here. We just want to know why.
Makes me sick. I'm just tired of the same story. And it's like, we sit here and it's like, I know they have to get their cases together, but this one really bothers me and gives me like a weird feeling. I think because of Summer Wells and how that drug out, and just like we saw the same mannerisms in the Wells, and here we sit, and no one's been arrested, and it's just like she just is gone.
Yeah, it's sad. There's no closure for anyone, and then it's scary because there are so many kids that go missing.
It's nuts. Oh, one other thing that I had to say. This guy had the nerve to bring up Riley.
Oh, yes. Yes.
What? Talk about deflection. What do you think of that?
He was obviously trying to get the heat off of himself, and he wanted to discuss someone else because it's easier. It's easier, right?
Yeah, because people have speculated so far, and they said it in the press conference as well, that people have gone so far to say, oh, maybe a serial killer got him. So then I hear this dude talking about Riley, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I mean, he's
trying to pull that in.
Lizzie Bones.
I don't know. I think it was probably pretty hard for him, being the narcissist and wanting to like run a household and having someone, a child that's on the spectrum. And I think that he was frustrated that it didn't go his way. And I think that something terrible happened. Unfortunately, that's just so many times we see it that way.
I know. And the struggle is real. I mean, I get it. But, when you have others to lean on, I don't understand hurting a child. Just like with babies, when you hear this, like, oh, the baby was crying and wouldn't stop. Like, okay, put it in the crib, shut the door, and just fucking go outside. I would much rather someone do that. Because eventually this kid's going to fall asleep, right? I mean, that's what babies do. So if you go outside, put it in the crib. How hard is that? Like, it seems like it would. Yeah. I don't understand what's in their minds. I don't
either. We were teenagers about the same time, and that was about the time there was a lot of girls getting pregnant at 15, 16, 17 years old. And none of them that I knew ever did anything terrible to their children. But it seems like now you're seeing people like, oh, I just threw it in the dumpster.
Yeah.
Or I went on vacation for 10 days. Oops. It's like.
It's weird.
Question humanity.
It's weird. I think that
it's in the water.
It's in the water. What the fuck? But for real, like, I think we've lost our value of life. I mean,
of life and family.
I mean, nowadays, like, I'm not going to lie, my daughter's 23, like, you can go get a morning after pill. Fuck it. I mean, that's the culture.
That's the condom.
Yeah.
That's the condom now. Yeah.
It's just so weird, but it's just so easy to do. Back in our day, abortions were legal, but it was a big rigmarole too. Like, and you couldn't be underage. Like, I remember some of my friends having them, and like, there were places that would do it 16 and up or some shit. And I remember that. And I just, it wasn't an easy thing though.
No one I knew that ever had an abortion said, oh, it was, but I guess kids nowadays think it's like, yeah, I mean, I have seen videos of kids like, I had one last week. Like, what?
Yeah. I just, I don't know, man. I just feel like it's a totally different view on life.
Yeah, it is. And this case is sad, but I'm sure we'll dig into it. And hopefully they find something and there's someone pays for what they've done. I just have a bad feeling. And I hate saying that. Like, I hate saying, I think that Riley probably fell in the water and he's no longer alive, because people hold out hope. But it's just like a signs point to that. And with Sebastian, why would he didn't have any shoes on?
Doesn't make sense. No, there's
No,
too
it
much
doesn't make sense.
contradicting, too much contradicting information.
Yeah, if your head goes there in the first place and your gut thinks it's probably that. It was the same thing with the soda. Like, her interview the first time I watched it, no way. I was like, this is crazy. She thinks people are going to believe her? Man, see where we are with that now. So, I don't know, Jay. I'm going to let you go so other people can call in, but I love you. And
thanks for calling in, Jams. Thank you.
You got it, Jay Diggity.
Love you
Bye.
too. Bye. Jammers. Anybody else want to call in? 727-755-6001. In the meantime, I'm going to play this footage and point out what I have discovered or noticed.
And not realize certain things. We're all guilty because we're all human. We all live a daily life. But sometimes just being a little bit extra vigilant.
Aware of your surroundings in case there's something suspicious.
You never know. But don't ever stop is all we ask. Please keep looking, keep searching. Anything, reach out. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely, keep his story in the spotlight, and all it takes is for one person to
Out to them just in case.
Biker world, that's one thing everybody has in common is their love for a child, and they can't stand to see children missing, hurt, and it doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter what group it is. That's one commonality between every group. And that's why
The fuck is he talking about, dude? Listen to this closely. What is he,
common is their love for a child, and they can't stand to see children missing, hurt, and it doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter what group it is. That's one commonality between every group.
You're awesome.
And that's why as a part of being in that world, we go and we utilize our brothers and sisters to...
Being in that world? What fucking world are you in, dude? What are you talking about? What?
Hurt, and it doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter what group it is. That's one commonality between every group.
What?
And that's why as a part of being
just
in that
based on my
world,
observations, her hair was very
we
greasy.
go and we utilize our brothers and sisters to help spread that word. You'd be surprised on how easy it is to spot somebody. The biker. So this community, I'm gonna tell you right now.
I'm gonna tell you right now, crystal
multiple
clear.
Communities, counties, various people. Some people in other states reach out either through social media, in person.
Oh, they're biker friends.
But everybody is searching. They've looked. They're constantly looking. They're constantly giving us ideas. Hey, check this. What about this? All of that is great.
Report anything that could potentially, even if it's little.
It doesn't matter what it is. However, what we can ask is that instead of people assuming and trying to put negative out there, just try to stay with the facts and report all the things that are positive. Any ideas that may help, trust me, all law enforcement are available and they are looking at everything.
Okay, according to his been verified, and I can't say if this is like actual, like factual information because been verified has been known to be wrong a time or two. But according to his been verified, and I don't want to misspeak because I just don't. I want it to be right. So I'm going to find his been verified. And I'm going to tell you one of his past jobs, and I don't know like if it's an old job. But it says here, let's go to page 10. And shout out to Shell for the been verified. Oh, never mind. Never mind. False alarm. That was the wrong person. He only has traffic infractions, though, by the way, on his record, as far as I can see. Like I said, I don't know if this is verified 100%, but. Potato, if you're in here, am I getting it wrong about him being the church counselor or whatever it was? Who was the church counselor? Another interesting thing, and I don't know if this is correct, if this is even a past address of his, but an email address comes up as PS3 CVN65, and PS3 kind of reminded me of like PlayStation 3. If that's actually his and he's that controlling with Sebastian and his games, pretty contradictory there. Oh, I'm thinking of Seth. Okay, my bad. My bad. Okay, was not stepdad. I had that confused.
Every day is harder than the last. I mean, we're out, we're looking, we're trying to make sure that everyone stays looking and doesn't let
Stays looking.
his face fall to the bottom of a feed or get covered by some other nonsense. I mean, we just want our boy home.
When you walked in Monday morning and didn't see
The dogs
Sebastian
bark in this
his
one,
room,
too.
what was your gut reaction?
Oh.
And walk me through the event.
Okay, so I counted the dings. While they're doing this interview, they get, at least when I stopped counting, it was 9 or 10 Facebook Messenger dings that they didn't check. And we don't know who that is messaging. I don't know. They got their hands. This is the hand interview. We're getting a call.
Call from
Kendi.
Kendo.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, you're live. What's up?
Oh, not much. I just have a couple of questions.
Mm-hmm.
So, did they have an alarm system at their house?
You know that? I don't know. I've heard that they did and it wasn't on. I've heard that they didn't. And then I heard that she worked for ADT. But then I saw somebody showed a close-up of their house and there was an ADT sign in there, like in the landscaping. But I don't know. I haven't heard in any of these interviews anyone ask about that. And the crazy thing, the only thing that's come close to that is when this reporter, I think it is, asks about the door. And she says, yeah, the door was locked, but I'm not going to discuss our locking mechanism or some shit. I thought that was odd. I was like, what? So I don't know. Yeah. But
well, I would think that they would have an alarm system. One, because he's, very controlling, and it wouldn't surprise me that he used that to keep an eye on them while he wasn't there. Mm-hmm. And two, if they opened the door, the alarm system would have that record, stored. So I don't. Something's going on with that. The alarm system. Okay, my other thing is the shoes. What is up with the shoes? Not bringing the shoes, and the reason why I'm saying that is I just asked my wife, "Hey, if you woke up and one of our kids was missing, would you notice if they had their shoes with them?" And she was like, "Well, no, I don't think I would be worrying about shoes."
Mm-mm.
So I don't know why they're focusing in, because they mention it in every single interview. Oh, he didn't have his shoes on. I don't see why that's
Why it
such a
came
big
up
deal.
initially. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you why it probably came up. I bet you what happened was when the authorities arrived, they probably asked, is his phone here? Are his shoe, are any of his shoes missing? Does it look like he packed a bag? Things like that. And that would probably go down that line of questioning. Like, do you notice, are any of his shoes missing? But they said no. So now he's barefoot. I don't know that if that's the way it went down, but I don't know when it came up. But it was sure part of their story, and it was important to them.
Yeah, it's in every interview that they have. They talk about
And
the lack of shoes.
That could be because that was the original story they gave LE, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because maybe they're trying to stick to the original story,
Yeah.
And then it seems like they get more and more confident as they do the interviews, and they kind of add detail, kind of like when we watched Jen Soto and she polished her shit up for that second interview. She wasn't all, we came home, we planned it, she was calm, and she had more detail, and she was more put together.
Right. I don't know. Those shoes have been bothering me, and the alarm system, and the bedwetting.
Oh,
that's a huge red flag.
Did you hear what his stepdad said, or his real dad said?
Yeah, but he made him take the pull up off and wear underwear.
Yes, this mother had her 15-year-old in pull-ups.
I don't know, man. I don't know what's up with that mom. Their wording is all strange, and it makes you uncomfortable. How the way that they talk, like the kid, the mom. Mom was on the couch. I mean, who talks like that?
Mm-hmm. The young man. He said in Duchess, the young man doesn't go outside hardly at all. He's just to himself. Yeah, because you've isolated him to himself. So why would he walk outside and lock the door behind him and be like, peace out?
Right. And I mean, was the door locked whenever she, went to go? And the way that she said, I don't know why he walked out that door. I mean, how does she know he walked out the door? You know what I'm saying? It's too shady.
Mm-hmm. That's what I said. Like, oh, I don't know why he walked out that door. How do you know he did?
Yeah, and stepdad made a comment. I don't know which interview it was on, but he talked about how they're locked in or locked down on his social media or his gaming, and the food. And then he made a comment, and this is not verbatim, it's along the lines of, safety is like they're locked in on safety. So if you're so locked in on this stuff, then why isn't your alarm system working?
Yeah, it's a really good point.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
But that's all I had. Them shoes, the way they keep commenting about the shoes was just driving me nuts.
All of it's driving me nuts. So another thing, though, one thing real quick about the door and the doorknob. So if they have one of those keypads, I had one of those at my old house, and it automatically, like, you'd go, you'd walk in, and then you shut the door, and then it goes, and it locks it. So if it had a keypad, I think that it would automatically lock.
Yeah.
And it would, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would be unlocked from the inside. You don't have to like keypad to go out. I don't know.
Right.
I'm just
and
confused
then
on that.
with those flashlight things, and her stating I ran back. No, I drove back. And in that video, it shows that person looks like they're running back with the flashlight.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that is, any correlation. Her running back with the flashlight.
Mm-hmm.
No, I drove back.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. That was a total slip right there. I ran back.
Yeah.
I drove back, and then he changes the subject.
Oh yeah, he controls the narrative. It's crazy on Facebook, all the comments that he responds to because he wants to control every aspect of what's going on.
He's going to drive himself crazy doing it too. He is going to drive himself to the edge. He already looks a little disheveled here. He looks a little tired. It's wearing on him. Honestly, I look at this right here, caption this. He looks like he's wanting to sell me a car.
Yeah.
And she's
All
just
right,
looking down. It's just, it's so crazy to me, these people.
Yeah, she's just staring at the floor or whatever. She's probably thinking, oh, I wonder what I'm going to cook for supper or something. She's not even into this interview.
She's totally checked out, you think?
Yeah. Well, she probably doesn't want to say anything because he's going to interrupt her anyway.
I just wonder if he also controls her communications because Real Dad said that he went through Chris most of the time to, discuss things about his son, which to me is odd being that Chris works away from home.
Yeah.
Like, I really feel like, plus, if she got with him while she was still married to Seth, he probably feels some type of way too. Because he must have swooped in and somehow, lured her away from her husband or whatever happened. Because she was married with a child and Seth said they were together before their divorce. So he was there early on.
I don't know. But, yeah, so I just wanted to call in and
I thank
hey.
you. I thank you.
Hey, everybody in chat, make sure y'all, if you're a member, to join us in Discord.
Yes.
Mod, drop a link.
How fun is Discord? It's like 24/7 fun.
Oh, man, it's insane. Somebody's always in there talking about whatever different cases and everything. It's great.
Throwing ideas.
It's a great little community.
It is. Thank you, Kendo, for being a part of it. We love you.
Yeah, I love y'all.
All right.
Talk to y'all later.
All right. Bye, Cajun.
Bye.
The Cajun Navy. Yeah, I get bad vibes as well. I'm not gonna lie. But let's go forward and see if we can hear the part where she says she drove back. I believe it's... Hang on.
Because law enforcement is a positive thing. But I can just tell you, it's like you get up and now you don't know what to do. Well, that's kind of tricky because Sebastian hasn't been on his medication in 20 days. So he is rambunctious. He's gonna be hungry. He turns into a bottomless pit.
He's got to be hungry. Here's more food references. He's got to be hungry. He's like the bottomless pit. Most teenagers are.
In 20 days. So he is rambunctious. He's gonna be hungry. He turns into a bottomless pit. He's your teenage boy, always hungry. On the spectrum, yes. But not one autistic child in this world is like another one.
Now he's an
what
expert.
I can tell you is he's smart. He can be goofy. He kind of has issues with personal space. He hasn't mastered
He can be
up in your face kind of kid.
he hasn't mastered. What does that mean? Was he under your command and he hasn't mastered that skill?
One autistic child in this world is like another one. What we can tell you is he's smart. He can be goofy. He kind of has issues with personal space. He hasn't mastered.
He can be
up in your face kind of kid.
he can be aggressive if he's upset.
Okay, so notice he says he's an up in your face kind of kid. He's laughing, and then she says he can be aggressive. Why is any of this funny, dude? Oops. Son of a gun. Just happened. Here we go.
But not one autistic child in this world is like another one. What we can tell you is he's smart. He can be goofy. He kind of has issues with personal space. He hasn't mastered.
He can be
up in your face kind of kid.
he can be aggressive if he's upset.
Yeah. He's emotional. He's a teenager.
He's emotional. He's a teenager. Dude. I don't even know why we're wasting our time. Look at this. He looks like he's posing for fucking family photos. That's terrifying to me. That there's people in this world like this is terrifying to me. Terrifying. People like this scare me. That they even exist. Watch.
He kind of has issues with personal space. He hasn't mastered.
He can be
up in your face kind of kid.
he can be aggressive if he's upset.
Yeah.
He can be aggressive if he's upset. Is she saying, yeah, because you fucking upset him? Wow. And he's like, he goes from laughing to, yep. Watch how he turns that. God, this is disturbing.
Face. He hasn't mastered.
He can be
up in your face kind of kid.
he can be aggressive if he's upset.
Yeah. He's emotional. He's a teenager.
He doesn't like punch and hit and throw, but he gets really like aggressive stance or like clipped where he just won't talk to you or if he's really upset he like growls.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay, so I have this slowed down. This is slowed down so we can see more of their mannerisms because we're rookies. But he's got a full ass smile again. Thank you so much, Myron and Stacy. Stacy said this reminds her of Gabby and Brian from their body cam. Ooh, creepy. Myron, thank you so much for your support. And Roxy lady, thank you for becoming a member. Seth was very shocked by this. He said he used to growl when he was much younger, not for years. It is disturbing. Do you guys want to keep it in slow-mo? Because you definitely see a lot more. If you can get past the creepy voices, you can definitely notice a lot more because we're just rookies in this game. He says, oh, man.
Share, look,
Be vigilant. You know, if we don't expect everybody to stop what they do and spend every waking minute. But you would be surprised on how...
He says, we don't expect everybody to spend every waking minute. You're not even spending every waking minute.
Saying, see something, say something.
and a few others, but we're working with everyone we can. And taking, like, some people have been kind and reached out with resources that I didn't know were out there, and I've reached out to all of them. Truckers Against Trafficking, we reached out to them just in case.
Biker.
Okay, have you noticed too that they always take it to the worst case scenario? Like Jen Soto, for example, when Maddie was missing. Oh my gosh, we've had people go into the Greyhound stations, to the international airport. You know, they're spreading the word at the international airport because someone's trafficking her to Africa. It's always like the worst possible thing they go to because it can't be them. It can't be within their four freaking walls, but it is most likely.
Truckers Against Trafficking, we reached out to them.
Truckers Against Trafficking, we reached out to them. That's all you've done is reach.
That's just that one clue.
The old saying, see something, say something.
Oh,
and a few others, but we're working with everyone we can. And taking, like, some people have been kind and reached out with resources that I didn't know were out there, and I've reached out to all of them.
I reached out to all of them.
Truckers Against Trafficking, we reached out to them just in case.
Biker world, that's one thing everybody has in common is their love for a child, and they can't stand to see children missing, hurt, and it doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter what group it is.
Is there any biker groups claiming this guy? Oh, right. It's like when Don Wells also told me, I think, you know, Summer got, she could be in Mexico by now. No. Don Wells had her in Mexico. Jen Soto had her at the Orlando International Airport and on the Greyhound. Queen J for Justice, some lady as I'm live right now. Is it Duchess? Is Duchess live? No way. Let me see. Oh, it's somebody else.
Down regardless. Period.
I want to just side note, he's not clapping, y'all.
He's not what?
People keep saying that he's clapping. He's not clapping. That's just background noise.
Oh, I don't hear any. Yeah, y'all.
Some people have heard they're clapping, and that's fine. I'm currently working.
This is them right now.
Yeah, y'all.
Now, where understand people, where I work,
we have more
is really
content.
Nobody's business. And I would hope you would respect that because I'm not this criminal. I'm not this monster that everybody wants to believe.
You guys, we'll play it for a few minutes, but I'm going to direct you over to her.
But I do believe in privacy and respect, and it goes both ways.
He'll never call my hotline.
Yeah, I don't feel anybody should be going to anybody's job or anything like that. No, I don't feel anything like that. But as far as JLR, I mean, you know, that's up to you who you speak with or anything like that. I do appreciate you holding up
Okay.
to your bargain, speaking to me. Some of the harder questions,
This is her name is I've never heard of this creator. You guys, how do they find these random smileys? Hold on. Smiley Stories World. This is the YouTuber he's on right now. Smiley Stories World. Hold on. I'm going to get you the damn link.
Look, I had a grandson that went missing for a couple of hours here not very long ago back last.
Okay, I don't want to hear all that. But that's the link. That's Smiley Stories World. And he has called in. She does the summer case. She's been in here. I don't remember her name. But she's got 2 people on panel. I don't know if Chris and Katie are separate. Prayer Gardens in her chat. Everybody's over there. We should all go over there. Let's go over to Smiley Stories. I don't want to play her stuff.
There's not questions I don't like. I've told y'all from the very beginning I welcome all of your questions. The only thing is because of an ongoing investigation, there are certain things that we are not and have been told by law enforcement.
He's trying to clean it up.
Get into specifics because it could
He's
jeopardize
trying to
the
clean it up.
investigation. People don't like that, and I am sorry. I'm speaking for myself. I'm not going to speak for my wife. I'm not going to speak for Sebastian's father, Seth, his mother, his sister, or anybody for that matter. But, I do welcome the hard questions. I do.
Come on, Chris.
Well,
I'm okay with it. Chris. And for the record, I don't have a problem talking with JLR or anybody else. Now, if you're one of these shows that are for profit, you want to talk, you go out and publicly announce it publicly that any money that you make on the show, as long as me and my wife are involved,
I just chatted in there. I said, call my hotline, Chris.
Or billboard.
Call my hotline, bling.
But if it's for personal gain, it ain't happening.
Yeah. I just went out today. I mean, I take money off my own stuff. I just went out today and got a bunch of flyers, and I suggested with
all right, I'm going to mute that. Have you played the clip where he won't tell where he was the night? Britt, no, I don't think so. All right, let's keep listening to this because we haven't gotten to the part where she's like, we came home, we planted flowers.
Sure, it was one of his
like Star Wars or Halloween.
Oh, this is the clothes. This is the clothes, guys. What was he wearing? Okay, this is important. We'll go back to Smiley's. We ain't going to miss nothing.
However, what we can ask is that instead of people assuming and trying to put negative out there, just try to stay with the facts and report all the things that are positive. Any ideas that may help, trust me, all law enforcement are available and they are looking at everything.
Every day is
I'm almost done, guys.
Than the last. I mean, we're out, we're looking, we're trying to make sure that everyone stays looking and doesn't let his face fall to the bottom of a feed or get covered by some other nonsense. I mean, we just want our boy home.
When you walked in Monday morning,
here we go,
and
right
didn't
here,
see Sebastian
right here
in his room, what was your gut reaction?
There's another ding.
And walk me through the events that happened, from Sunday leading up to Monday when you didn't see him that morning.
Sunday, we were out and about. We had a really good day. We were out doing our thing, running around.
Doing our thing.
We had dinner that evening, and when we came home...
There's another reference to food. We had dinner. He had the colossal He had the colossal popcorn. He had a homemade breakfast, fun fact, and then he had dinner as well. But he had to call on FaceTime and brag about his food.
We had a pretty good evening together as well. He was playing right up until bed. Panicked.
And when you panicked, what did you do?
First thing I did was call my husband, and I said, he's not here. My husband said, what do you mean he's not here? I said, he's not in the house. And he said, immediately just started, did you check here? Did you check there? Did you look here? And I ran through the house, and at that point I was hysterical, for lack of a word. And we three-wayed the police.
Shh.
And
hear those Yorkies barking? Hear those little yapping Yorkies? Yapping Yorkies.
Within minutes they were here.
And Chris says, shh, to the yapping Yorkies, who didn't bark when Sebastian let himself out of that door and locked it behind him. They didn't bark. I raised Yorkies. They bark. They bark at everything. They bark at air. They bark at anything they can see or hear. Yorkies. They're barking at nothing right now. They're barking at air.
I said, he's not in the house. And he said, immediately just started, did you check here? Did you check there? Did you look here? And I ran through the house. And at that point I was hysterical, for lack of a word. And we three-wayed the police.
Shh.
And I'm within minutes they were here. I couldn't tell you exactly how long. I know it was fast. And we haven't found him.
When I got the phone call that he was missing, like she said, we asked questions like, where's he at? Check this, check that. And then we called the sheriff's department. After we called the sheriff's department, I stayed on the phone pretty much most of the time. And then while I was at work, I asked for a relief, got a relief, got in my truck from Memphis and made my way to Nashville.
And that was, I guess, Monday?
The morning that he was missing, yes.
Okay.
The morning that he was missing. Well, guess what? I have a post here that says, I got really excited that Proudfoot was on a live. I'm sorry. I'll share the link, though. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. He's over there ranting and raving, I'm sure. Where is that post? Okay, here we go. This is from Seth. Seth says Chris didn't come back from Memphis immediately. He said he came back when law enforcement started asking questions. Seth cannot recall exactly what time it was he returned. He said he fell asleep in his truck for a little while. He was so exhausted.
And so what was your reaction when you got that call from your wife that Sebastian was missing?
Initially, I was like, oh, he's goofing around again. Here we go. He's like hiding. And then when we talked about the places to check and he's not there, I was like, okay, stop. Instantly. Call the police. Instantly. I'm a black and white kind of guy.
And
I'm a black and white kind of guy.
I'm a black and white kind of guy.
And to your knowledge, he didn't take shoes with him, right? He locked the door on his way out. Or I guess, what are some of the things
Here we go,
that
the door.
you think he did as he left?
We checked for all of his shoes and none of them are missing. The door was locked.
And what was there some discrepancy as to what he was wearing when he went to bed, or what was he last seen
Here's
wearing?
more details we never
what
heard.
was he wearing to bed?
Here's
that
more
night?
details.
When he went to bed, he was wearing black sweatpants with white stripes down the side and he had on a black long sleeve black shirt with a print on the front.
Wait for Chris.
I'm pretty sure it was one of his
like Star Wars or Halloween or
even Minecraft.
Yeah,
those are the three.
Dude, you weren't home. What are you talking about?
Or
even Minecraft.
Yeah,
those are the three main things.
That's the three things that majority is on his clothes.
Yeah.
That's the three things. The majority is on his clothes. Why is this funny? So fucking awkward.
Yeah.
Those are the three main things.
That's the three things that majority is on his clothes.
Yeah.
Boy has his flavors.
And obviously you guys are going through the unimaginable, and then, getting a lot of like the kickback that you've seen on social media. I mean, how much worse has that made it for you two to go through something like this?
Honestly,
yeah.
We stopped looking at it. There's a lot of terrible people in this world, and
we stopped looking at it, but my husband's on it all day, every day.
I don't want to waste energy on any of that. I want the focus on finding our son. The facts are the facts. I mean, the police know the facts, and all I ask of anyone is, if they're able and willing, is to help find him, help spread his flyer, help look for him, call in if you know anything or see anything. But we just ask that people focus on finding Sebastian.
And he's never done anything like that before, right? Just kind of walked out of the house.
He's not a runner. This is not normal for him to run away.
This is March 4th.
He's not a runner.
And any places, I guess, I know you guys have been told to stay in the house, right? Just in case he comes home.
She's like, you guys have been told to stay in the house, right? Listen to Chris.
We are doing what we've been asked to do by the law enforcement agencies and everybody involved. I am not going to divulge anything more than that.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to ask, I guess, next is...
He's going off? All right, hold on.
Sebastian's room is always a little bit Sebastian's room is always a little bit messy, but
they're just talking bullshit.
If you were to go out and search right now, if people
Where
want to
would
help
you go?
search, what types of places would you guys look at that he could maybe be at?
Anywhere and everywhere. At this point,
It's been 11 days. He could be anywhere.
Yeah. They've searched the woods. They've searched parks. They've searched creeks. They've searched... At this point, anything and everything.
Anywhere that he could be staying out of the weather or getting food or... I mean, honestly, at this point, he could genuinely be anywhere.
How hopeful are you two that he will come home?
I will never give up hope on finding my child.
Optimism is at its highest, regardless.
Optimism is at its highest.
Our son is out there. We're going to find him.
And now publicly, like obviously police are now investigating a landfill. People are speaking out about that. What are your thoughts about that?
Everybody has an opinion and their assumptions, and they are entitled to those. But as I've stated before, all we've asked people to do is to look at the facts, not what everybody's putting out there.
Dude, she just asked you how you feel about them searching in the landfill. He didn't answer again.
If they have questions, call the law enforcement agencies, and they'll give you whatever they can give you. But the assumptions are just that. They are an assumption, your opinions. We pray for everybody, hopefully this never happens to you. And if it ever does, then you'll understand. But I pray it doesn't.
And they're doing their job. They're looking everywhere they can for I mean, their goal is the same. We just want to find him.
If you could say something to Sebastian, if he's listening right now, what would you say to him?
Son, I'll do everything in my power. I will
I would
never
say that
stop
we love
looking
you,
for you.
and we miss you, and we want you to come home. And just know that we all care about you so much.
You're not in trouble. That door's unlocked and waiting for you to come home.
That right there made the hair on my neck stand up. That door is unlocked, waiting for you to come home. Was he locked out?
And just know that we all care about you so much.
You're not in trouble. That door's unlocked and waiting for you to come home. Your puppies miss you. Your family misses you. I miss you. Just come home.
Just
anything else that you two want to add or clear up or anything like that? Okay.
Just help us find our son.
So there. I think we've beaten this as much as we can beat it tonight. I am working on a video for you guys though. Where I'm putting together all of their statements. It's going to take me a minute though. It's a lot. It is definitely a lot. I want to thank you guys for joining. Thank you for our wonderful callers that called in tonight. We are going to hop right over to Discord because I'm not tired. I'm not tired. It's still Wonderful Wednesday. Let's hop over to Discord and let's see what Chris is saying over in this live. We can watch and discuss in our Discord group. If you're not a member of Discord, all you have to do is be a member of the channel or join Patreon. The link is in Patreon if you join. When you become a member, download Discord and go to settings, connections, connect your YouTube, and I'll see you there. We'll be live over there in just a moment. Thanks, guys. Dance it out. Let's roll our credits. We still have some ways to go on our weekly goals. www.j4j411.live. Send those tips and get us to the wheel of Fry J. All right, guys. I'll see you in Discord. Toodles.
Where do you think you're going? Nobody's leaving. Nobody's walking out on this fun old-fashioned family Christmas. No, no, we're all in this together.
Be sure to check out my other videos and playlists for more true crime content. And if that's not enough, you can join our Patreon. Don't have a tinfoil hat? It's okay. We'll make you one. It's that easy. See you guys in the next video.
See you later. Bye.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Damn, 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 damn. You wanna be, you wanna be, you wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to friends, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time, I ain't got time, I ain't got time for that. Staying up late.